guys, it's 21 Maxwell here and welcome to episode number 11 of the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge with Hull City. We're now in December of the second season and things are starting to go a little bit better than they were the last time he joined us. We're sitting mid-table. And how are we mid-table? Well, let's look at the fixtures we've played since you last joined us. Obviously we beat Palace, which was a very good result. And since then we've been able to grind out some absolutely phenomenal results, especially away from home. We travelled to Chelsea, where we got absolutely battered for the full game. We played a back five, we played defensive, we played very negative, wasting time, and thankfully Chelsea couldn't break us down, so we stole a point there. We tried the same tactic at Newcastle, but unfortunately a goal from Jan and Villa put them 1-0 up. We couldn't get back into the game. We tried to go a little more offensive, but in the end we still lost by a goal to nil. Next up was Southampton. Again, a very negative performance, but we managed to get a late winner thanks to Abel Hernandez on the 89th minute, and that gave us a crucial and very valuable 3 points there. West Ham was next. We tried to go a bit more offensive because it was West Ham and because it was at home. Unfortunately, our high line was exposed by the pace of Dafri Asako before James Chester gets sent off, and after that we really just couldn't break them down. So again, it was another chance we could have won a game, but unfortunately just couldn't do it on the day. Then back to negativity against Man City. Literally just sitting back, 5 at the back, negative football. City couldn't break us down, and somehow we salvaged a point there. Meaning, before we get into this game with West Brom, before some terrible fixtures going up against Liverpool and Arsenal, we're 14th. It's not too bad. 2 points clear of the relegation zone. It could be a lot better. I think a couple of wins could definitely put us safe. But if we could definitely beat West Brom, it would certainly give us a better chance of hopefully getting up the table a little bit. Nothing else in terms of transfers or anything like that. We're just going to wait till basically January. We'll see what money we've got available to us. Maybe sell some people. James Chester's a little unhappy. Actually fell out with Curtis Davis. Took him the captaincy off him and then terminated his contract because he was annoying us. But a lot of the money seems to go just purely because of the high debt, which is frustrating. But it is what it is, and we'll carry on from there. So I'm going to stick with the 5-4-1 I've been using, except we're going to use an attacking mentality. We'll still go direct and try and get the ball up to Ndoye, and hopefully Snodgrass can support them. So that's the team. Let's crack on with it. This is a chance to go level in points, I believe, with West Brom. It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with our formation and how we deal with theirs. Certainly they've got pace that could get in behind our high line, although hopefully Strandberg can keep. Berahino very quiet. West Brom are the slight favourites at 6-4, or us at 13-8. Let's say a win here would put us 1 point behind them. And dare we think of a top half finish, or should we just really focus on the bottom half of the table at the moment? So we'll just go out there, we'll say to them, I've got faith in you, but it just shows this season there's barely been a time where we've been totally demolished apart from the game at Stoke, because McGregor's conceded 20 goals in 17, which isn't too bad concerning where we are in the league table. But just hoping we can pick up, start getting some victories and start trying to establish ourselves near the top of the table rather than relegation, because let's be honest, it's Sir Alex won the league within 4 years. Does this look like a team that's going to win the league in 4 years? At the moment, no, but it's all down to our recruitment drive. It could be down to the case of the large debt that we have could inevitably cost us. And our lack of defensive set plays there as Chris Bunt plays one in, and it's Brown and Dye who puts it in the back of the net. They're nice and simple. I don't even know who's marking him. He just gets away from his man who was Schmedenbach, and it's a comfortable finish for the big Nigerian, I believe he's from. But pretty poor first half. Can we hopefully get a late chance to get us back in this? Interesting how wide their defenders are playing. It's certainly a big gap between a couple of the centre backs. Here's Jacobs to Dorrans. Dorrans down this right hand side. Plays it in, and Berahino gets in between our defenders again. And thankfully it's a great save from Al McGregor. But pretty much very poor so far. Please don't make it another goal from a set play. Brunt again. Everyone's all over the place, and Doy's trying to get us up the park. Maybe get a chance, and it's a terrible ball to Snodgrass. Can he find wee Andy Robertson? This has got to be the right ball. Snodgrass. And it's an absolute howler from Ben Foster. I think it's an own goal from Olsen, apparently. Sometimes you need that little bit of luck there. Robertson squares it back to Robert Snodgrass. His ball comes in. I don't even see how that hits Olsen. I think that's a bug with the game. You see it there, it doesn't hit Olsen anywhere near him. And it just takes a strange movement towards the goal. We'll keep most of the team the same. I'm just going to try and motivate Damien Doy, which doesn't seem to have happened. We'll give him 10 minutes of the second half. If he doesn't really perform, we'll use the pace at Abel Hernandez. But here's Malumbu to Blanco, and unfortunately that attack leads to nothing. So not so bad at the moment. We'll bring Hernandez in for a bit of pace and a bit of energy. As they advance forward, we'll bring Livermore in to sit instead of Tom Huddleston. But can we somehow sneak a victory here? Here's Blanco. If we win the ball off him, we might have a chance. Brown Adaye out to Dorrans. Yeah, this is where we need to make things happen. His distribution's got to be spot on. And Doy pretty much heads it back to them. And here's Lescott, Chris Brunt, Blanco. Oh no, Adaye's in again. No offside flag. And it's 2-1 to West Brom. Let's see who gets the runner. I think the left back was putting him onside there. And he comfortably slots it by the goalkeeper. So it's up to us to get back into this. Here's Snodgrass, Schmiddenbach, Livermore. Abel Hernandez doesn't have a right foot, but he has a left foot. And he drills that one into the back of the net. Great finish from Abel Hernandez. I was really concerned how that was going to go, but a great finish on his stronger left foot. Just good ball in by Livermore. No defender gets near him. And he just does that wee kind of turn through the defender's legs and into the roof of the net. I think we're going to go for it now. We're going to put another body into the midfield area. So coming off, although Schmiddenbach's pretty fatigued, I think it's going to be a defender that has to come off. In fact, what I can do is it will be Schmiddenbach will come off and he'll be replaced by... We'll go with... Who will we go with? I think we'll go with Mo Salah. We'll go with Mo Salah. And what we'll do is Livermore will come in and be the advanced playmaker. Strandberg will be the ball winner. Salah will play beside Robert Snodgrass, and we'll use Salah as a trequartista. So then we're playing a very, very bizarre and narrow looking formation, but hopefully that can be the formation that can somehow get us a victory, giving us a bit more pace and energy just behind the striker and supporting Abel Hernandez. I don't want to go overload just in case. We end up throwing it. Should we change anything? Are we happy with a point? I think we're happy with a point. Brunt, Jacob, back in Morrison, and it's just over the bar, so we've got a point here. It's not amazing, but if we can keep not losing games, continues a bit of momentum, gets a bit of confidence, and every point gets us to where we want to be. Because we're even halfway through the season. Ideally, if we can get to 40 points, we'll be delighted. I think we're going to be looking at maybe 35 points in the second half of the season overall, and I think we can easily get 20 points for the next 22 games. So not bad there. We quick look at the table post game, and we'll see what happens actually after Man U have played Stoke. So we'll just let that game come through as well. Man U winning 7-0, Falcao scoring a hat-trick. Don't know how realistic this game is. There you go, Van Persie has 17 goals by December, Balotelli has 14. This game's definitely broke. But you can see there, not too far behind the teams above us. It's very tight at the bottom. We are only 3 points ahead of Palace. And between us, there's Burnley, West Ham, Watford, Sheffield Wednesday, Norwich. You'd like to think if we play any of those teams, there's some victories coming there. So it's all about, the next couple of games coming up will be tight. We'll have to defend for our lives against Liverpool and Arsenal. But if we can have a good run against Watford, Norwich and Swansea, if we can try and take something to their games, and then Stoke, Burnley as well, that's basically December and January. The rest of it's going to be very vital. If we can pick up some wins there, we should be safe, and that will allow us to be a bit more adventurous going into the tail end of the season. I want us to try and be safe, hopefully, for the West Brom game, because looking at that run, Man City, Arsenal and Liverpool in the last 5 games is going to be absolutely nerve-wracking, try to just get points to survive. So thank you for tuning in, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like. If you've got any comments, if you're doing the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge yourself, any gazzles or anything, please post them in the comments section. It's always good to chat about the game and see how folk are getting on. And until next time, this is 21 Maxwell, and I'll speak to you in 2016 in game. Bye bye.